Hi everyone, and welcome to the Center for Merchandising and Design Technology. And my name is Sue Robleski, and I want to take you on a tour of our lab. The Center for Merchandising and Design Technology is the research lab associated with the Fashion Merchandising and Design program here at Central Michigan University. And we have a wide variety of unique technology that our undergrad and graduate students and faculty and even external customers are able to take advantage of on a regular basis. So here is the star of our show. This is the baby mannequin in person wearing his CMU gear. The baby's name is Lumi. It was named by students, and that was the name that won of all the options that were given. He is the first of its kind in the United States, sweating thermal mannequin, baby thermal mannequin. And he's used to understand the insulation and breathability of children's clothing. Some of our other friends here that we have in the lab, we're going to call this Wayne, as in Wayne Gretzky. So this is a garment that was designed here in the lab. We do a lot of functional design, and we need to have mannequins of a variety of sizes and shapes to allow us to fit the garments. So this was designed for breathability, but also to ensure that the logo was large enough to be seen from a great distance. We're going to call this model Vogue, because she's voguing right now. This model is wearing a thermal bra, which was designed in this research lab to help women who have had a mastectomy after breast cancer and have had reconstructive surgery, and their implants make them really cold. So this thermal bra was designed to provide them extra comfort and warmth. This is Norm, and he is our adult sweating thermal mannequin, and he is wearing some workwear that we have tested for comfort when you're sweating, whether or not it allows the moisture to pass through that fabric and keep you comfortable. Norm is also a very unique piece of equipment. He has 46 zones, each of which can be controlled for temperature and sweat rate. The mannequin has a breastplate as well that we can add so that we can test next to skin clothing for male and female body types. All right, we're going to call this model Sabrina. Sabrina is wearing some of the garments that we have tested for their insulation properties. You might recognize the manufacturer there. Some very comfortable, durable clothing from one of our customers. Another product that we have worked on quite a bit here in this lab is surgical gowns. We have helped to do some redesign for comfort and functionality for the surgeon, and helps us to be able to measure sizes and fit. Another piece of equipment that we have here is this great board. It's actually used, you can see in the corners that there are bullseyes, and we take an image of anything that's on that board, and the camera obviously picks up those targets, and then we can pull that into a piece of software, and it creates an actual 2D paper pattern of that, in this case, the sleeve that we're taking a picture of. You can put 10 or 12 different pattern pieces on there at one time and take a picture, and it will pull them all in individually. So that makes pattern digitization much simpler and easier to share the patterns that you create with your customer. We have a whole family of different size mannequins, male and female, all different body sizes, so that we can design for anyone. Sewing machine, so we can make samples for the customers to understand the designs that we're coming up with. We have an air permeability machine. It helps us to understand whether textiles allow air to pass through or not. You can think about it, a filter, you want it to limit the amount of air that's passing through because you want it to stop particulate, but If you're wanting to wear your clothing when you're jogging, you want to make sure that the air passes through it cleanly and doesn't trap any air. And so this instrument helps us to test that. We have this nice large work area because we're often cutting up different components and testing and planning different research projects. Here are some of the garments that we're going to be testing on the baby mannequin, different diapers and underwear. We have a state-of-the-art body scanner made by a company called Human Solutions, and we are able to scan human and then quickly are able to create a 3D model from that same file. This is a digital file of our baby mannequin. The baby's about a 12-month-old mannequin. You can see it's a little bit of a cyclops. It has a water socket right in its forehead. And both eyes are used for cable, data cables. But we were able to scan the body, and quickly we are able to get all the baby's measurements, and we can output that into Excel. So you can see that the baby is 29.67 inches tall. The knee height on the baby is 8.66 inches tall. You can look here at the zoom and you can see where it's taking that measurement. And you can select to move those dimensions and tell it, if you don't agree with the point at which it's taking that measurement, you can relocate it and it will recalculate for you. We use this often for the design of scanning humans and then giving them a file so that they can actually create clothing, next to skin clothing that fits them perfectly. In this case, we're using this data for research to understand the fit, function, and thermal comfort provided by children's clothing. In addition to the body scanner and the amazing mannequins we also have a thermal camera that allows us to take images of people and animals so that we can understand how the heat is being given off their body. You can see here that the warmest places are the white places, so near the eyes and eyebrows and mouth and hindquarters there are the warmest spots, and the blue are the coolest places. We can use this to help customers understand how their products are either trapping heat inside and keeping the wearer warm, or allowing heat to escape more quickly. And so that's something that's often used as a marketing tool, and that's another cool tool that we have here at the CMDT. I'm not sure if you are interested in 3D printing. These are some components that were designed and printed here with the 3D printers on campus. These are redesigned protective wear, body armor for the female body form, a modification of what's available for men for the military and for police, some jewelry and other items that were 3D printed. You might notice this chain is expandable. It's one of the amazing things about 3D printing. You can design something that's linked together that you couldn't design any other way. You're allowed to design with a slight gap, and it will print, and then the pieces can separate. Same thing here. This chain was 3D printed. You can design it to print with a small space, and then thus achieving connected components. There's another fun one. This is a bolt that's printed in place. So there's enough space between the threads on the bolt and on the nut that it can be printed as one part. shoe design. That is a product of one of our 3D printing design classes. This is actually a Kevlar key that can withstand quite a load. That was not printed at our facility, but it is still 3D printed. We're so glad that you joined us today in the CMDT. Thanks for taking time to get to know us and to see some of the fun things that you could do if you become a student here on the campus of Central Michigan University. I wish you were here in person so that you could ask questions. If you can think of any, please feel free to email us at sue.robleski@cmich.edu. Thanks for joining us for a tour today. Have a great day.